Hey everybody, welcome back to the video or the stream if you're watching live. I wanted to talk about the Baseball Hall of Fame voting. I know it's been super controversial within the last week, and I just wanted to go over that. I personally don't watch a lot of MLB until we get to the World Series, um, but I did grow up watching it, and I grew up watching David Ortiz. He was my first player I ever saw and my favorite, and that's why I ended up being a Red Sox fan. Um, but I want to talk about the voting for that. We had a couple of players this year who aged out or timed out of the Hall of Fame voting because you get 10 years after your name's first on the ballot. So we had Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, um, and Sammy Sosa, who aged out this year. They Bonds holds all kinds of records, all of his home runs and everything. And he got 66% of the vote. You have to get at least 75 percent share to make it to the Hall of Fame. We also had Roger Clemens, who got 65.2, so right under Barry, and then Sosa got 18.5. We also saw A-Rod on the ballot again, and A-Rod only got 34, 39%, around there. So it seems like these guys are taking a stand against the guys who were juicing back in the day. But we also have Ortiz, who got 77.9, so he was inducted, the sole inductee this time around. He got 77.9, and he had, admittedly in the past, failed his drug test and PED test, or whatever you want to call it. But he made it in, so I guess the question is, why can we accept some and not the others? Like, I saw some argument for Bonds the other day, where if you took away all of his home runs and counted them as outs, his batting average would have been like 383, right? And Ortiz's career was 380 flat. So even if you counted every single one of Barry Bonds' home runs as an out, he still has a higher batting average than Ortiz. And he was batting around that, if not higher than that, before he even started juicing back earlier in his career. So I'm not sure how much more it helped besides getting some power. Maybe slight reaction time, which is why if you count every single one of those as an out, it's still about average of where he would have been at. So I think the voters need to look past that. It was an issue among every player from that era, I felt like, and even a little bit after, way before. And it's unfortunately a part of baseball history. They can act like it didn't happen, but it did. We all saw it. The records still stand. So if you're going to refuse to vote him in because of that, I feel like you have to void the records. You can't have both. Yeah. I think we'll see A-Rod probably get in on his last year. Bonds progressively got a little bit more percentage. Unfortunately, he aged out. I think if Ortiz wasn't in this class, he probably would have gotten in. But that's just how I view it, and that's really all I have to say. We'll see more when baseball comes back around. I look forward to all the football games this weekend, and the Big 12 games, and the NBA games, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.